I've always been skeptical about cheap proxies. You'd think that cheaper proxies would be less of a quality from the more expensive proxies, but I found out that most of the times proxy providers are just resellers of other proxy providers, and because they have nailed their marketing game, they're adding a huge markup to their product, just like luxury items. Over the years, I've discovered ways to stress test proxies and test if they are actually any good. So what I'll be doing in this video is sharing those steps with you, and also we'll be testing cheaper proxies and see if they are any good. So yeah, with that said, let's get straight into the video. So first of all, we have to set some rules. What is a good proxy? So there is a few bullet points I have in my mind every time. First of all, you'd need a proxy to change your location. For example, I want my proxy to be from USA. So what I will do first is get a USA proxy, go to a geolocation-based website, for example, Google. I would search a keyword, for example, restaurant, and I would expect to see restaurants from USA. Secondly, you'd expect your proxies to not get blocked. Usually, rotating proxies would rotate on every request, so you would expect them to not be identifiable through every request. So that's the second thing we need to test. The third thing is that a proxy provider provides you with the rotating proxies and also sticky proxies. So we also want to test the sticky proxies if they are actually holding their session. For example, we'll make one request and then we'll make another request and we would expect the IP to be the same. I can create a very simple script. I'll just create a new folder here. I'll open terminal. I'll use Puppeteer for this. So I'll run npm init-y to create a Node.js project, and then I'll install Puppeteer. Of course, you can do this with CURL. Just go to a website that gives you your IP location. Now I want a more visual tutorial, so I'll be using Puppeteer so we can actually automatically open a browser so you can see the results. So while we're installing Puppeteer, I'll create a new file, index.js. And of course I'll use cursor, why not? And I'll say create a simple Puppeteer script, which uses proxy chain. This is the library I use to connect Puppeteer with proxies. And visits Google search results with a keyword. Example, restaurant. Again, guys, try to use AI as much as you can. This is going to help you move much faster. So yeah, let's do that. Perfect. We have a script. Now all we have to do is replace the proxy here. Now, when I was looking for cheap proxies, Data Impulse offered to sponsor this video. As you'll see, their price is just $1 per 1 GB, and that's for residential proxies, not data center proxies, which is unbelievably cheap. But they can afford to do that because they are not one of those resellers I was talking about. And as you'll see, they offer 90 plus million IPs. They offer a pay-to-go plan, and also they offer 24/7 support with actual human beings instead of AI responding to you. Let me go on the dashboard and let's go here to add new plan. And as you'll see, this is the pricing. Make sure to use my link down in the description, buy some proxies, and yeah, start testing. Now again, those tests are based on my experience. They are not perfect. If you have any other ideas, please let me know down in the comments if you have a better idea. But that's what I have been doing for the last few years and what's working for me basically. Okay, so first of all, let's go here to proxy configuration and let's click target filters so we can have access to all the filters. As you will see, first of all, we can filter by country. So To test the location tracking, we'll use United States. Then you can specify the state. So let's do, for example, New York. Now this will stress test this, because when we search for restaurants in Google, we should get New York restaurant. So I'll be even more specific and specify New York. Perfect. Now here we can leave this as is, it doesn't matter. Make sure to use the anonymous filter unless you want the maximum pool size. But this is better if you don't. Pool size means basically, as I told you, they have 90 million proxies and you are rotating through them, 90 million IPs. Now every time you change your IP, basically if the website has advanced security, it will track it down. So if you see that you are starting to get blocked after using thousands of IP addresses, maybe turn this off so you can have access to more IP addresses. Depends on your use case. And then we have rotating and sticky. Right now we are testing the first use case, which is location. So let's test that first. Okay, now I want to show you something. When you're testing your proxies, make sure you test them properly. So for example, I have this code, right? Right now I'm not using a proxy, so let's run this. All this does is visits the restaurant keyword in Google. So let's run this. As you'll see, it works. It closes too fast. Okay, let me not close this. Do this instead. Right, this works perfect, right? Okay. Now let's close this. Now let's remove this part. And let's, for example, use our proxy. I'll define here HTTP. Make sure you put the protocol here. You can choose the protocol here. Usually HTTP is fine. And let's run this. As you will see, we immediately get blocked. We are using the proxy, right? So you'd think the proxy quality is bad. But if I close this and run the same script without a proxy, I get blocked as well. So again, you need to make sure you test properly. I would always test with and without a proxy. And because sometimes the proxy is not the issue, your script is the issue. As you'll see, by default, Puppeteer has I don't know, a property, let's say, that basically tells the browser that it's a robot, it's a web driver. So I have the code here to remove it. I also specify this stuff here. It helps. But if you don't specify that, it can easily get detected, regardless of if you are using a proxy or not. So again, make sure you test properly. Test with and without the proxy, so you can actually see definitely if it's a proxy issue or if it's a script issue. Let's put the IP back. And let's see if we get New York City restaurant. I'll run this code. As you'll see, this time I'll not be blocked. And indeed, we are getting New York City results. So we just verified this proxy is at least good for geolocation results. Now, I would usually run multiple tests, not just one. So usually to properly stress test this, I'll run from multiple different countries, multiple different cities, and see if I get actual accurate results. We don't want to test it once. And also I would mark how many times out of how many times it works. For example, it works 9 times out of 10. Then I'll compare the other proxy providers and see basically the score they also get. Now what we need to test is rotation. For example, this provider says they are offering rotating proxies. So let's check and verify if that's actually the case. So now we have a simpler example here. If I visit this URL, as you'll see, I get back my IP. Now CURL here has an option to add a proxy, and basically we'll use that proxy to fetch this URL and get the result. So we should expect every time we run this command to get new results. So I'll open terminal, run this command, and I get this proxy. Now again, this is a New York proxy. Now the next time I run this, I should expect to get a different result. And that is the case. So we know for a fact the rotation feature works. Now again, to stress test this, I would run this multiple times. Also, for example, let's say you run this 10 times. If for any reason you get the same IP multiple times, you can also see that, for example, they could be lying for their pool size. For example, they say they have 1000 proxies. Let's say they only have 10. If I run this 100 times, I'll see that actually their actual pool size is smaller. Again, that's an extra test you can run. But as you see, I do get a different IP every time. I haven't got the same IP at all. Now, let's test the sticky part. Again, I would run the same example. I'll go back here. Let's run clear. Now I'll run this once. I get, for example, this IP. Now, if I run this again, within the time period I have defined, I should be getting the same IP. So if I run this again, as you'll see, it's the same IP address. Now, they do say it is recommended to not exceed 30 minutes, but they will try to maintain it as long as possible. Now, again, they are using residential proxies, so it's very hard to provide very long sticky proxies because they are using actual resident proxies. If I run this again, a few minutes have passed. This should be the same, hopefully. Done. So sticky proxy actually works. That's very good to know. Again, this is not the same level as buying a dedicated IP address, but this is a residential IP, so there is a big difference. So yeah, now we tested geolocation, we tested rotating and sticky functionality. I've also explained how you can test the pool size and how to also properly test proxies. And for example, to not say that a proxy failed just because your script is detectable. I think I showed you by so far 5 methods or more. I've also explained how to properly buy proxies. So I would always go for the cheapest plan. If it works, don't upgrade. There is no need. And yeah, that's basically the 5 methods I use most of the time. Is it 5 or 6? I'm not sure how many I mentioned. But this is all the methods I use most of the time to test the proxy providers myself. Again, if they pass those tests, even if they are not as good as another proxy provider, it doesn't matter. It only matters if it works in your use case. Make sure you use my link down in the description and purchase some bandwidth yourself and test this proxy provider out. And yeah, with that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of my future videos.